given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because...
Hello, and welcome to Seek Truth and Speak Truth. Good day to you all. I hope you're enjoying it on this lovely, rotating, oblate, roasting hot spheroid. It's beastly hot, and us English don't really cope very well with this. But I actually do love a bit of sun, so bring it on, bring it on. You can see the sweat dripping off my brow. I do apologise. Speaking of the weather, I'm going to debunk the false story of the Himawari 8 satellite. Flat earthers, as I believed, will tell you that obviously there's no such thing as space. It's all fake. Everything has been created to create a fake space. We all live under the dome, of course, and there is no such thing as space. The lights you see in the sky are not stars, they are fallen angels. I believe the lot, but I never just actually looked through a telescope. If you're a flat earther, you will have seen the out of focus stars that look like vibration images. And it is quite compelling when you look into those, but you're looking in the wrong place. Whether these people have deceitfully put up a video of an out of focus planet or star, I don't know. But speak to somebody that knows what they're doing with a telescope, and these planets especially, because they're closer, A, become exactly what NASA shows us, and B, quite clearly spherical objects in our sky. Simple trigonometry can prove without a shadow of a doubt that these stars, etc., are millions and billions of light years away. They're not under a firmament, attached to a firmament, and the meteor shower the other night is a great testament to both the heliocentric reality that we live in and the fact that there is no dome. We can predict that this meteorite shower happens every year, so we can use the formula of gravity. So gravity exists, we can calculate and make predictions that are true with it. So, like I say, I've been asked to debunk the Himawari 8. I used to believe space was fake. I used to believe that the Himawari 8 was faking pictures of the globe. I'm going to tell you how and why it is not, as just a gesture. I do the odd debunk every now and again, as I want to show what I'm learning as I go. I believe it's a globe earther that has asked me to do this, and I just like doing different things. So if you ever have a suggestion for me, I'm more than willing to look into it. So let's debunk the fake Himawari 8.
Hey guys, Paul on the plane back here with you. Welcome to episode 2 of Faking Space, now in our second season. Today we're going to focus on the Himawari geostationary satellite, which we're told is something like a mind-boggling 22,000 miles away from the Earth, sending us a real picture every 10 minutes. Did you know the Himawari ironically means sunflower? So yeah, there's proof of the heliocentric sun worshippers model right there. So why are we picking on the Himawari today? Well, defenders of the heliocentric model love to point to the quote-unquote almost real-time images from the Himawari as proof of a globular Earth, since it allegedly gives us a picture every 10 minutes, and the weather data seems to be, pretty current. Well, unfortunately for the ballers, we're going to debunk that completely here, simply in the next 5 minutes, and show you how they fake it all. Let's cut right to the smoking gun to start. You can check it out right now if you want. Okay, so when you're at the FTP site, click here for the site description. So when you do, a text file comes up, and you can see right here, they tell you that all of the images in the archive use the underlying colored land images from the NASA Blue Marble dataset. Yep. So the Himawari is actually totally debunked right there. These aren't real pictures coming from a satellite in a geostationary orbit above the Earth getting snapped every 10 minutes and being beamed down for us to all ooh and ah over. They take the Blue Marble data set, which I'm sure you remember.
Oh, you got us. You got us. Simple as that. What's the point in me even to try and debunk you guys? You're the best researchers on the planet, aren't you? We may as well all just throw in the towel. Everyone. The infamous Blue Marble data set, which was taken by a satellite orbiting the globe. It wasn't far enough away to take an image of the whole globe, so it just kept going round and round and round and round and mapped the globe. There are pieces where it had to be stitched together, and that's why it was done in Photoshop, because it had to be. The one thing I will say is a lot of people, I think the Himawari 8 satellite is just like a Nikon P1000 in space. It's not a camera that is just taking a picture of the globe Earth. What good would that do? What the Himawari 8 is doing is collecting data. It uses 8 different bandwidths of light, I believe, if that's how you even say it. Like I say, I was a flat earther. I don't know everything and I'm learning. But you can quickly find this information out. It is not a camera. It is collecting data, photons, and then analysing it, sending it back to Earth, and it has real-time weather upon it. It predicts storms. It has saved thousands upon thousands of people's lives, this Himawari 8 fake orbiting thing. I'm sure that if you lived in one of these countries, even if you're a flat earther and you were told to evacuate because there's a tsunami on its way, I assume you're going to listen to the Himawari 8 data. If not, you're probably going to die. And that is a Darwin Award for you. So that's it, guys. It's as simple as that. The Himawari 8 is not just taking a snap and sending it back. It is a data collector satellite. And the reason the Blue Marble image is used is because the Himawari 8 has no care in the world about the shape of the land masses. It is projecting the data it has had on top of the Blue Marble because that is an actual representation image to the exact proportion of our globe. It's quite simple, and we're going to do a little bit more now. On to the next bit. I quite like this, you know.
Combine it with the weather simulation data over the ocean, so they come up with a complete composite weather quote-unquote map, which is then wrapped around a ball in their 3D modeling software programs, just like we've shown countless times in our previous episodes with the Earth and the planets, etc. So then what we get are composite images like this that are created in the 3D modeling software. The current Doppler weather data over land and the simulated weather over the oceans, and it looks like this. So this particular image is on the FTP server and is date and time stamped with October 11th, 2017 at 11:05 a.m. I just chose one randomly. Notice the image shows you the weather for the whole ball and not just part of the ball that is lit by the sun at this particular time. No Terminator line or anything like that, right? Okay, now here's the kicker. Go to the other file folder, which is the images that we get to see and are told are real pictures from space. But what they've simply done is taken the weather map picture of the whole ball they created and they superimpose it over the Blue Marble data set, just like they said they did. So what you can see here is the final version of what we're spoon-fed and told is a picture taken by the Himawari from space, like, 10 minutes ago. This is the image from the same date and time, October 11th, 2017 at 11:05 a.m. And you can see that the weather is exactly the same. Watch it closely. There's your weather map comprised of simulated and Doppler radar being used to complete a composite image. They do this with the Discover satellite too, the epic camera from 1,000,000 miles away, they tell us. Ridiculous. Okay. Now, also notice the final image has a terminator line added in to try and make it look like a real picture from space, which drives a nail in the coffin of the Himawari because the weather data shows it over the whole ball completely. But they have to add a terminator line to show the Earth only partially lit by the sun based on the time of day that the photo is allegedly taken. So if this is a real picture, how did they know where to put the clouds and weather on the part of the globe with no sunlight? It's completely dark there. It's all right here, guys. They are faking space. Hey, we all fell for it for a long time with their Doppler radar and weather simulation software, building a current weather picture and wrapping it around a ball in 3D software and pasting it onto a black background like they do with all the others, adding a terminator line and calling it a real picture from space.
So what makes me really laugh now, coming the other side out of the brainwashing and indoctrination of fake NASA, fake space, is the way these flat earth debunkers will use data given by the very corporation that they are trying to debunk the corporation. It is just so funny when you think, and even I said the whole NASA tells us to assume a flat and stationary planet. Why am I trusting that bit, but not the bit that tells that when they say that there is an actual space? They're talking about aerodynamics and flight, in which, assume a flat and stationary planet, because the Earth's so big, you don't have to constantly turn your nose down, and you are within the atmosphere, so you can assume that it's stationary. It doesn't mean that it is. That is just so ridiculous, how he's stating, we put on a terminator line. The Himawari 8 can see in the dark. Like infrared sunglasses, it can see in the dark. Like I say, it is not a camera. So I have just thoroughly torn to pieces the debunk of the Himawari 8. And it took me about 20 minutes of research. It really does depend where you do your research, guys, as to the information and how correct it will be. You yourself were using data from the Himawari 8 to try and debunk it. That's not how things work. You can't trust the organisation for some things and not others. You either go against them or you're with them. I'm with them because I've done my research now and I know who the liars are, who the con men are, and who the people are that I am disgusted with. And it is not NASA. It is the major proponents of flat Earth, because most of them know that we live on a globe. They have fooled you fraudulently into a belief system of pseudoscience. How does that sound? I would say I've kind of thoroughly debunked the Himawari 8. If there's any flat earthers out there that would like to contest what I've just said, please do so. Coming up, I am on Sit Down with the Debunkers over the weekend. I will leave a link to their channel in my description. Please go and give them a follow. On Sunday also, I am with Planarwalk, and we're going to be chatting live about me leaving Flat Earth and just generally having a laugh. I'm sure you've heard of Planarwalk, but if not, go and check him out. He's a cool dude. He lives in the southern hemisphere and he witnesses the moon at almost 180 degrees difference to me because we live on a ball. I have a Patreon, so if you'd like to support the channel in any way, please do so. And also a PayPal link that I will leave in the description for any tiny small donation you would like to send. YouTube is doing everything it can to not monetize my videos. I'm not in this for the money, but when I see the other channels that are monetized, I just get a bit jealous and I just think, can I have some? But if not, I'll still stick around because my agenda is the lie of flat earth. Keep safe, keep it global, and keep coming back.
Given that's how we live it, don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.